cut the music. Oh, wrong one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another AAA meeting. I am your host, Rsist. As usual, with me is my co-host, Polydub. Oh, shit, he's muted. He is here. Drunkle will not be here, though. He's gotten caught up with work, so Drunkle will not be here. It will be a Poly and Sin show, which are some of the best shows. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing out there today? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a lovely Friday out there today. And today tastes like I need a beer. Oh, yeah. That's like a Rsist and pineapple. Well, Polly's here, so at least we have some energy. Oh, there he is. Hello, sir.
I'm doing well, and you?
Because that's what I asked.
I thought you said, how you doing, sir?
I said, hello, sir.
Oh. Well, hello.
Hello. Well, thank you. Hello, you too.
Dick.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Not too much.
How you feeling? Any better?
I'm going to lie. Yes.
Believable, especially because you said it's going to be a lie.
Well, no. You're going to be honest.
Wait, how are you going to be honest and tell a lie?
I'm going to be honest and I'm lying.
See, now I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. He must feel great. Daryl Odell says, I believe him.
See?
Yeah, see? I think he feels great. Oh, man, you still got the spins?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeesh. They don't give you that fucking zombie powder shit?
Meth?
No, the scopolamine or whatever.
What? What's scopolamine?
The stuff like they put in... It is a drug. The stuff they put in the motion sickness patches.
Oh,
You ever hear of the zombies where they like take the shit in their hand and blow it in someone's face, they turn into a zombie?
In movies?
No, that's real. Like, that's a real thing. That's a real practice.
There's lots of real things in movies.
Ah, fuck. What? I'm trying to think of what country it is.
Haiti?
It might be Haiti.
New Orleans?
Haitian zombies? Yeah, they take like a handful of pure scopolamine and they blow it in your face and it turns you into like a fucking zombie.
Crocodile?
Hold on. I'm looking it up. It's not crocodile. World Scary. Okay, we're not watching a whole documentary.
Yeah, don't watch a documentary on crocodile. It's frightening.
They call it the zombie drug. Anyway, it's scopolamine, and that's the shit they put in motion sickness patches. I thought they would have given you one.
No. Didn't the motion sickness shit is Dramamine, Benadryl.
That's part of it, yeah.
No, it's like a cocktail drug.
Well, scopolamine is like it's like the fentanyl of the motion sickness drugs. It's like the thing, like the active ingredient.
So you're a zombie, but you ain't throwing up.
Yeah, exactly. It's a give and take. It's a give and take scenario with that one. So, did you hear anything about what happened yesterday? Anything at all? It's some of the biggest news we've had in the past 50 years. There's a dickhead with the engine.
Yeah, I heard it. There's another racist AI. I heard about that.
No, this is actual real news.
No. Maybe.
We landed a man back on the moon.
What?
Yeah. We landed a man back on the moon yesterday. And the only one I have heard talk about it was Newsmax and Elon Musk.
What? How seriously?
It's seriously. Because it was SpaceX. So everyone's just ignoring it.
Apparently. Yeah, I didn't hear word one. Not a man, a robot.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a man. Private vehicle lands on moon surface. There's a man in there, isn't there? Anyway, we're back on the moon. For
Privately.
the first time in, privately. It wasn't the federal government. And places are reporting it as private company.
Just like Elon's not going to rename. It's not Luna. It's not the moon. It's now Planet X.
It's Moon X.
Yeah.
But I cannot find a single straight up reporting on it besides one single post from Newsmax saying private lunar vehicle lands on moon surface. That's it.
Did he land like a colony of tardigrades there?
It doesn't say if it is SpaceX or not. I assume it's SpaceX because of the fucking blanket ignoring of it. And he's the only other person I saw talking about it. So I genuinely don't know because there is no clarification anywhere. That's called Lunar X. Is that what it's called? But this blows my mind. Back on the moon for the first time in like 40, 50 years. And like, Who cares? We have to talk about Maganomics. This is the new thing they're talking about. Maganomics.
Oh, Jesus. That's what's going to take down Bidenomics and ruin everybody.
Yeah, this is what's going to put everyone in the fucking shithouse is going to be Trump. Not like we landed on the moon. We have people on the moon. We have moon touch. So like, meh.
Biden is forgiving college debt. Trump is giving people college debt who never went to college. Come on.
That's what I'm going to run on as president. My opponent wants to forgive college debt. I want to give you debt for college. I think his plan doesn't go too far enough. I want to go to the moon. Was it Scribe? It might have been Scribe. Oh, yeah, and Dark Brandon. Can't forget about Dark Brandon. That's
Dark
very...
Brandon news?
Of course, because... Well, okay, so I have some Biden-ish focused titular articles, but I'm going to wait till we get into the news, because my first article is going to give all of you fucking nightmares. It's not forgiving, it's just shifting the debt to us. What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, one way or another. But where is he going to pull billions of dollars from? There's a bunch of different ways it's shifting to us.
It's extra. Well, we have... there's a reason. Excuse me. There's a reason the stream goal down below is called NADPALM, the Fed. Because we got some interesting stuff going on with that. Odysseus is a terrible name. A guy famous for getting lost for 30 odd years.
But he never gave up.
No, even only Jesus got lost for 30 days. 40 days? 40 days. 40 years. Debt doesn't go away when the taxpayers have to pay the banks back instead of the students. Oh, it is shifting the debt then. Have you seen the O'Keefe drops on the IRS? No, I can't stand James O'Keefe anymore, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, something about the dude.
I can't stand. I was like, whoa, he's one of them too. What? I've felt the opinion shift. I haven't, but why?
Something about him just rubs me the wrong way. Like,
oh, okay.
He just tickles something in my lizard brain. Does that make sense? I know it's not a valid reason, but it just...
No, hey, listen, fuck, that's fine. don't make up a reason. If your reason is I don't know, man, guy's fucking shifty. That's all I got.
That's
Fine.
exactly it. He gives
That's
me
way better than making up some fucking reason and acting like it's fucking the whole world.
He gives me major con man vibes.
Yeah.
I think he's got a criminal head shape. The earlobes hang a little too low.
Democracy by phrenology.
Tickles my brain balls. That might be one way to put it. I did see a James O'Keefe meme, and it had him, but it had him in like a cardigan or something, walking into a bathhouse that James O'Keefe tries to catch gay Democrats by sucking their dicks. Oof, that's good. He is best in small doses. I mean, I appreciate his work, but him as a person, like, they ousted him from fucking Project Veritas for a reason. That didn't happen for no reason. I know it's not in your control, but why the fuck did I get a religious advert when I clicked on the stream? I have no idea. What were you going to say?
Okay, there. A religious advert. I have no idea.
It's because we're religious. This is a Christian podcast.
Yeah. Well, you don't know it was Christian. It could have been, Hinduism.
Do Hindus need to advertise?
In this economy,
do Christians need to advertise?
Does.
Okay, you got to clarify. What was this advertisement? This is a Christian podcast? Okay, so many, many moons ago, Drunkle brought on the Atheist Gamer for like 3 shows in a row.
Uh-huh.
And we were like, hey man, your mic's not working. Dude, your mic's not working. And he was like, fuck, I can't get him. Like, stop swearing. This is a Christian show. And then he tried talking to him like, we can't hear you. And every time he would get upset, he'd start swearing. He'd be like, hey, this is a Christian podcast. We don't swear on here. He'd be like, oh, sorry. He would go back to trying to fix his microphone. And it's just stuck ever since then.
And this happened for 3 shows straight?
At least 2. The third one, this was a long time ago. But yeah, this happened at least 2 shows straight. He's like, hey man, stop swearing. We're a Christian podcast over here. We don't swear.
Love it. Oh, shit. Right before we went live, Nazi, thank you for the $1. This is Polly. Nazi.
What up,
hey.
Luna? How you doing, man?
This is a Democratic podcast.
It is. Did that thing work, by the way? What we talked about on the Tuesday? Man, you getting a crazy weather shift over there?
Yes. Yeah, that's why the coughing, and I was just blowing. Well, I muted my mic so I could blow my nose. I got the human barometer sinuses all packed up when the weather shifts. That's me. Yeah, I'm feeling it.
It isn't like I keep thinking I'm getting sick, and then the weather goes back to what it normally is. Like, oh, I'm fine. Then I wake up, 25 degrees. All my windows are open from yesterday. Eve's got little fucking icicles hanging off her nose. I close the windows, turn the house heat up, go to the gym, come back. It's 62 degrees. Heat goes down, windows go up. We are flying between 25 and 65, 55 degrees here. And my sinuses are just in full on revolt.
Yeah, mine are packed. Hold on. Looking for my drugs.
I think I've gone through like 3 bottles of Afrin in the past week.
Afrin?
That no spray.
Oh, right.
I've been day drinking since 10 a.m. That's a good day, sir. I do that when I go out with my brother. We go to the same spot. Always go to the same spot. And the bartender knows us by name. She knows what we drink. And we wait out in the parking lot till they open. And we go in at 10 a.m. And we have our spots. We sit in our spots without saying a word. She gives us our drinks. Not a good day. Damn. I'm sorry, Luna. Need a hug, buddy? I got you on a hug. Gunslinger says I'm addicted to Afrin. That's some good shit, man. Those are fun days with the brother. Did you hear what I said about Drunksley?
No.
He texted me way earlier and said he got caught up with work. He's trying to get as much work hours in as he can. So he's probably not going to be able to be here until later, if at all. I'm addicted to marijuana. Well, that's fun. I'm still in shock that we landed on the moon. And I'm looking at my Twitter trending right now. Fuck. Vivek, Christian nationalist. McGriddle, Asians, and Amy Comey Barrett are like the #1 trending things. Like, I don't care if
Amy Comey Barrett.
I will find out in a moment.
Did John Oliver commit a major federal felony by trying to get her off?
Yeah, it's weird how nobody fucking talked about it. I had that article and I cut it because, like, nothing's ever going to come of it. What do you think, John Oliver?
Of course not. I do love... What's the joke? You're a comedian. What's the joke?
I think the joke is a Democrat trying to buy another black man. I think that's the joke there. Amy Comey Barrett. Oh, they're just sharing flashbacks during her confirmation hearing. That's why they're trending Amy Comey Barrett. They're mad about stuff that happened in 2020. So something different. Something different.
What could be wrong about subjecting a Supreme Court candidate to religious tests?
Yeah, it's almost like we don't want that in our society.
Yeah, it's almost like that's explicitly against the Constitution or something. Unless, of course, you're a Democrat.
Day 40 consecutive, my uncle. Oof. Luna, I am so sorry, man. Can we get hearts in the chat for Luna? I am very sorry for your loss. If you need anything, let me know, man. The McGriddle is trending because a woman with huge tits went on a video rant about how they're too expensive. Hey, man, you had me in the first half. Not gonna lie, you didn't need to keep selling me on it. Dude, I went to McDonald's yesterday. You know, no meat Fridays, and I had a taste. I had a mighty taste for a steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
Okay.
And I went. And I was like, steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal, small, orange juice, bang. $12.
Whoa. Holy fucking Ohio.
I was like, fuck. Wait, wasn't this $10 like a week ago? And they're like, yeah, it's different pricing. I go, what the fuck? But I'll tell you, man, it was worth it. It was so worth it.
So what was it?
Steak, egg,
Was
and
it
cheese
the bagel?
bagel.
It couldn't have been the OJ.
Maybe it was $10.99, but either way, it was way too fucking expensive. But it hit perfectly. It like I savored every bite. It was like the right consistency of chewy. It was hot. The onions were cooked, but it was so fucking good. What's the point of McDonald's if it's expensive? Dude, and that's the thing, is I was going to go get a McFish today because, you know, no meat Fridays. I was going to go get a McFish and a small fry, and I'm looking at the menu, and it's like $8 for a small McFish meal, or $9 maybe. It's like, what the fuck? So I went to Panera, and I got a large bread bowl for $10. I never thought I'd see the day when McDonald's was more expensive than Panera.
Well, I hear a whole bunch of people say that. I totally agree with them. McDonald's has lost all perspective on life, basically. It's like, you need to calm down. I could go over to Chick-fil-A and pay almost the same price, just a little bit more, and get something that, like, you know, way, way better than what you guys got. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, that is what it is. Like, it is significant. Oh, wrong button. It is significantly better. Like, I very much enjoy a McFish, but I don't enjoy paying like $9 for it. I would rather pay the extra $1 or $2 and go to fucking Panera, get a whole ass bread bowl.
Why'd you say that's a question? To Panera? I don't know. Where would you rather go? You tell me.
I'm trying to fix the Awoo train asset because I just updated my setup. I have the Awoo train and we have the Gorilla train over here now too. So I was just trying to fix the asset because I updated them both. But yeah, I would rather go pay the extra $1 and have an actual meal than a fish nugget on bread. Let me run through these.
Nugget is right. That square of fish is getting smaller and smaller, man.
It is getting smaller in perpetuity. And they're like, okay, we're going to raise the price and we're going to downsize the portions by like 4% each week. And no one will notice. But we do. Of course we fucking notice. Like, I remember, and maybe I just said, oh, hold on, let me run through these. Zed the Snarky for 777, thank you. And Fuckle Snuck for the Awoo, making us 2 on the Awoo train. I hope you guys like the new train setup. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Like the stream or we'll run the Awoo Express over your toenails. Oh, that's rude. Wow. Thank you, Buckle Snuck. I remember McDonald's sandwiches used to be big. Like a big fuck off. You know, you get one of those Big Macs. That thing was tall, thick, beefy. You know, it's
never
like
beefy. The patties in a Big Mac are always just
regular patties, but yeah,
they're thin as a Democrat promise. Like I don't. They used like a rolling pin to get the meat thinner and thinner and thinner.
But it used to be a bigger sandwich. Like I went to Burger King a couple of weeks ago. That's still a big fucking burger.
It is.
At least here. Burger King's still a big fuck. And their prices aren't. It's only McDonald's that seems to have gone fucking crazy. I got dinner for me, my brother, my aunt, and my boys wanted milkshakes and fries. So 3 meals, 2 milkshakes, 2 fries. It was $40.
Holy shit.
I'm like, that's not bad at all. I need to start going to Arby's more. This is the shit. If we got that same shit at McDonald's, it'd be like 60.
That's not a good deal. Milkshakes, fry, like what you just described for $40, that's not a good deal. You could have went to Popeyes and gotten a fucking family,
no,
well, not a bucket of chicken, box of chicken.
Popeyes is fuck off expensive. I get the same thing I always get from Popeyes. 5-piece spicy, fries, black and ranch, sweet tea. That's it. And it was like $14.
That's not fuck off expensive.
For one thing, yeah, it is.
For 5 pieces of chicken, drink and fries.
In perspective, 3 meals, 2 milkshakes, and 2 fries for $40 ain't bad.
Oh,
and it's I got that
statement of current year if I've ever heard one. Wow, dude.
The chicken bacon Swiss. My brother got the double roast beef meal. My aunt got the Reuben meal. Large fries, medium soda, and then the 2 milkshakes. That's not bad at all.
What's a
It might be
Reuben
a statement
meal?
of current year, but I'll fuck with it. They have a really good Reuben sandwich at Arby's.
It's got like sauerkraut on it?
Yeah, dude, it's a Reuben.
They got sauerkraut at Arby's.
And it's a thick sandwich too. Like that motherfucker's got to be like 2 inches tall.
Fuck. I mean, that's inside of an Arby's since I don't know. Like high school, I guess.
Oh man, you gotta go re-familiarize yourself with them. They are on top of their game right now. They're inexpensive and they're good.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm okay with no beef flavored soy loaf.
I don't even get the fucking roast beef there. I get the chicken sandwiches or the tendies, and it's always amazing. The Reuben is pretty good.
I had McDonald's yesterday, and I ordered, the McDouble meal because it's like, I ordered the poor man's meal, basically. Mm-hmm. Straight extra value for me because I'm poor. It specifically ordered no pickles, no onions. What was on it? Pickles, onions. Oh. That was great.
Those little caramelized onions are like the best part of the McDouble. What are you doing?
Trying to avoid heartburn that feels like a gunshot wound.
Oh, please, dude. Those little tiny caramelized onions. They're
not caramelized. They're fucking dehydrated onions that they've soaked in water.
They're delicious, and I would eat them with a spoon. I would eat those little fucking McDonald's onions with a spoon out of a cup like yogurt.
No.
Remember when Arby's tried to go high-end in the mid-2000s? No, but their food quality, their quality is good. They don't have the really tiny sandwiches. They don't have, smaller portions. They have the same sized shit. They're like Burger King. It really does seem like McDonald's has lost the plot.
Yep.
And it's just McDonald's, too, because they're like, fucking McDonald's. What are they going to do, not eat here, you fat fucks? Because we went on this rant, a couple of weeks ago, or how expensive McDonald's is. Yep. Then I started expanding my horizon. It really is just McDonald's. It's gone insane. Taco Bell isn't bad. Burger King hasn't changed a lick. Neither is Arby's. Subway gives you a little bit smaller portions, but it's Subway, so I'm going to eat it.
Well, like Molly and Tammy says, Subway pisses me off how they got the fucking automatic tip thing at the fucking cash out.
That's different by stores. One of the Subways I frequent has it, and the other one doesn't. I think it's whoever owns it decides if they want that or not.
Would you like to add a tip? For what? Tip for the sandwich artist? Fuck off.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't tip on pickup unless it's Jersey Mike's or the pizza joint I go to, because my go-to pizza spot is an Italian spot, and they're another ones who haven't raised their prices, thankfully. Okay, I say thankfully. They were $25 for a large in the before times. That hasn't changed. So those are the only two places. I go Jersey Mike's. They make my big kahuna. I'll tip them because it's the same guys. They know what I want. They know my phone number. Bang. And the Italian spot. It's a spot, if anybody is local, Ohio, Cleveland area, it's a spot in Middleburg Heights called Capri Pizza. It is the best fucking pizza I've ever eaten in my life. It is true blue New York style pizza. The guy who's cooking it, it's a family-owned gimmick. The guy who cooks it's a fat, greasy mess, sweat stains all the way down. I'm like, I know this is going to be good fucking food.
That's a man who eats his own product. Look at him.
Dude, Okay, you ready for some impressively fat shit? If I pick this up for anything, an event, if I'm hungry, whatever, there is always a slice missing by the time I get to where I'm going. Because I just have to eat it in the car. It smells so fucking... And it's a giant pizza. I say large. I mean, this is a New York style large. It's what? 18, 20 inches? And it's a big fucking box. It takes up my entire passenger seat. So I gotta reach over and I gotta make sure it's not poison before I get it to the house before other people eat it.
Easton, I understand. It's just... By the time you get your fries to your kids, you've eaten half of them, but you're just making sure they're okay.
That's the thing is McDonald's fries can't survive a drive home. They're gonna get picked at. Ham and Bean said that is one of the fattest things I've heard, dude. My brother, my brother and I, whenever we pick up food and drive it anywhere, if we're going to my aunt's house, my house, his house, wherever. It doesn't matter if we're down the street from the point of picking up the food to arriving at the destination. We call it the long drive. because it feels like it takes for fucking ever. Because you're just sitting in the car, you're smelling that food, and you're just sitting there. It's just a long drive, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's down the street. We'll text each other and be like, all right, I'm making the long drive. We'll be there in 7 seconds. Oh man. Do you do that when you pick up food? You just sit there smelling it. You're like, motherfucker, this smells so goddamn
fries don't make it. Pizza does. The thing about a pizza box that I'm not willing to play the fucking game, because okay, so you open up the top of the box to get the one slice out of there. You're not getting that top closed again. You need like 4 hands and a fucking crowbar to get a pizza box fucking back down again. The side flaps are never going to go in on their own.
This is something I should probably keep to myself, but I take the slice out before I'm even out of the parking lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I haven't started my truck yet, and I've already got a slice of pizza. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not, dude. But it's New York style pizza, so you eat it fresh. Like you want that crispy bottom. Well, I'm getting hungry talking about it.
New York style pizza. If you let it get even slightly warm down from hot, the cheese starts to congeal, and you can't have that.
No, and I every time I get this pizza, it's just instant heartburn. Like I can taste the heartburn as I'm eating it. But I don't give a fuck because it's so goddamn good.
Have you ever noticed what bad taste? What?
No, go ahead.
Have you ever noticed what bad taste Tony Stark was written to have in movies? The guy's fucking like trillionaire, ultra rich, can have whatever he wants. He's got Iron Man armor. He can just fucking fly to wherever he wants, faster than fucking Concorde speeds, and get it. But he's so happy when fucking Obadiah Stane shows up with pizza from New York that he got fucking earlier that day. It's like, why would you want a flat, old piece of pizza that was flown from the other coast and has been sitting on this guy's and a guy named Obadiah Stane brought it to you. That alone should make that's a fat thing. There's never a man who was fat. It's with a fat name. It's Obadiah Stane.
That is true. Obadiah.
The guy's being held by fucking jihadi terrorists in a fucking cave. What is it you want now that you're free? A burger. So what does he get? A greasy, pasty little fucking Burger King, not even like a Whopper, the tiny little one.
Well, there's I believe a reason for that.
Taste.
Robert Downey Jr. had a huge drug problem forever.
Yeah.
That's no uncommon knowledge. He had a huge problem. And he credits his sobriety from drugs from Burger King. He credits it to Burger King. He said he got a Burger King burger that was so bad, he lost his mind, threw it in the ocean, and went to rehab. Luna for the Awoo for the third on the train. Thank you for the hearts and the condolences chat. Sadly, there isn't much to be done since he had Alzheimer's for several years now. It feels like a guilty release of emotions, hence the day drinking at work. Oh yeah, don't mix those two. I caught a ride home from a state trooper buddy. Well, just take solace in the fact that he's not suffering anymore. That was the number one thing that got me through everything with Mom. I know how much she was in pain. I know how much shit was bad for her. He's probably happier now. I am deeply sorry for your loss, Luna, and I hope you are doing okay.
Yeah, no shit. That's rough.
But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. lost his mind from a Burger King burger.
Sorry, I don't mean to be laughing after what Luna was just saying. I feel really bad. Fuck.
But it's one of those things.
He threw it in the ocean? I don't even...
Yeah, well, that's the story I read. I mean, things can be embellished. But I hear you, at least they aren't suffering. I might have been doing a little day drinking today too, so don't sue me. But you know what? I don't know if I'm ready to tell that story. That's okay. You want to get into some schnews?
Yeah, I do.
And let me pull it up here. I've been having a motherfuck of a time with my both my computers actually, but I think I figured out what was wrong with the computer at the house. This computer, if I have Firefox and OBS open, 100% of my VRAM is in use. I don't know what to do with this shit. But guys, we're getting into the snooze, so smash the like button, share it out on your social media, and should you feel so inclined, Streamlabs is listed down below for both myself and Polly. We are 3 on the Awoo train. We have the Gorilla train. We have 1 McKinley package ready to go out at a moment's notice. And we have the new... Oh, I forgot to show this earlier. My bad. Let me go back to this scene. I have made a new donation. And this donation is not for the faint of heart. This is for the big ballers. It has been unlocked on the second channel, not here yet. It is the Knights of the Awoo. It is a $7.77 donation, which instant 100 on the Awoo train. Second, at the end of April, that's when my IRL stuff clears up. I'll be done with both IRL project. Well, IRL implies for this. Both IRL projects I'm involved with will be done by then. At the end of April, I am going to be putting together an Awoo box to send out. We did the McKinley package. We did the Stacker package. I'm going to be putting together an Awoo package starting at the end of April, early May. And I'll have it hopefully put together end of May. So that's a thing down below, but that's if someone really wants to hit that. That's a big thing. And yes, I do still have the Dog of Wisdom. All right, anyway, Schnooze, smashing the like and the sharing and the whatnot and the who's. It's first article.
So you didn't throw his burger in the ocean. He threw his drugs in the ocean.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something terrible.
I mean, all the players are there, so it's fine. It's fine. I just read it. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, well, you looked it up?
Yeah, of course I did. What, a man has a burger so bad that he drives to the ocean and throws it away and it changes his life. I mean, you got to look something like that up.
I mean, yeah, it's a damn good story.
Yeah, you really. So, yeah, I mean, ocean, burger, drugs, Downy. You had all the elements were there. They were just a little out of touch. But
I had the key marks.
Yeah.
Exclusive to the Daily Mail. Joe Biden, aged 81, says the key to his marriage is good sex.
Who wants to hear about elderly sex? No one.
Dude, I've worked in a nursing home. Those old motherfuckers, they fuck.
What did I just say? No one wants to hear about elderly sex. Why?
Dude, no, it's insane. They had an outbreak of an STI or STD at the nursing home I worked at. They fuck. How Joe infuriates Jill, his wife of 47 years, with a very risque joke to staff about their private life.
Don't look for the joke. Leave it at that.
No joke. You calling a veto on the joke?
I'm calling a veto on all gilf humor, wrinkly sex, anything.
Okay, we can. So old motherfuckers fuck mothers, great grandmothers. Them, that elderly STI. That's it. Press the reset button. Man, the clap went around. I'm pretty sure I'm released from HIPAA at this point. This was 15 something years ago. They're probably all dead by now. On-duty cop arrested for shoplifting while in uniform. And I didn't need to pull up the article. The mugshot kind of says enough.
What's wrong with your face? That looks AI.
It does kind of, doesn't it?
Like the shape of her hair and everything. I don't know. It just doesn't look real.
In uniform.
I'm going to say that to the next ugly woman that I meet.
You look like AI.
Yeah. So it's be like, whoa, uncanny valley. Your face doesn't look real.
You should just say you look like Lizzo.
I'm not looking to get punched.
I don't know if that would be a punch. I think you'd just get swiped out of existence. You'd get one of those like bear swipes that they do at fucking Coyotes or whatever.
One of them sumo wrestler chest slaps.
Oh, yeah, get that Chris Benoit slap. Ugh.
Have you seen the Anakin Skywalker Padme meme about Lizzo?
No.
Don't you think Lizzo's beautiful? What's a Lizzo? She's a beautiful woman. You remind me of Lizzo. Dirty look.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one. I like that meme format a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a good one. So, I don't know what phone carrier you have, but over here, my cell phone was out all morning yesterday. All fucking morning.
And you're switching to extraterrestrial sources?
What?
I don't know. You got a picture of a UFO up there.
It's not a UFO. It's a bomb.
Stop talking. Go to jail. Huh? Nope.
Did we really have to hear about the elderly STI Sinatra? I was eating. So were they. That's how that happened.
How do you know that they all just weren't putting their teeth in the same gonorrhea-ridden denture-soaked glass?
Because okay, first off, I don't think that's how gonorrhea spreads.
I'm not.
I don't think it's
you don't know.
I sat on a toilet seat gimmick. But I have AT&T, Verizon, AT&T. I was out till I wake up stupid early. And from what I know, I was out from about 4 a.m. till about 7 a.m. And I was like, damn, if we had an actual EMP, we'd have no way to get a hold of each other. Yeah, there it is. AT&T, Cricket, Verizon, T-Mobile, Boost, Straight Talk, and other wireless. A lot of these secondary services like Cricket and Boost all run off of Verizon or AT&T towers.
Sure,
but
they didn't build their own separate network.
Yeah.
Those companies didn't build them either. They got the federal government to do most of it through subsidies, and I don't want to talk about it. It makes me angry.
Phones are fucked till 11 a.m. I think it depended what your carrier was, because I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. All these things went out at once. But it turns out there was one of the biggest solar flares that we've seen in the past, however long, yesterday. But it's we worry so much about EMPs in other countries and satellites and cyber attacks. The sun could just be I'm going to just shut this shit down real quick.
You sure that's not a UFO?
That is a nuclear bomb going off in the...
Oh, it's a mushroom cloud that's got lightning coming out of it?
Did you think it was Independence Day?
Yeah, exactly. Big old disc ship coming down and blowing up the Capitol building. Because every disaster movie's got to blow up the Capitol building for some reason.
It has been confirmed a cyber attack. Has it? I haven't seen anything about that. But
somebody got the sun to flare up with cyber?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. Look up the carrying.
Well, I mean, it's admittedly ingenious. Just how did you do it?
I tried my best. I said A/S/L, and then the sun just attacked the Earth.
Somebody said hitting Alt F4 would do it, but I didn't believe it.
Yeah, I got Alex with that one.
Did you?
Oh God!
Oh yeah, that's right. On a live stream, or you told me that, or you're gaming, right?
Yeah, we were playing some game, and he's like, "How do I do this?" I'm like, "You have to hit Alt and then F4." And I think it was GTA, and he closed everything out, and he's like, "Fuck." Dry ice. No, wait, that's right. But yeah, it got me thinking. Like, we are so fucked, and I mean all of us. Unless you have a shortwave radio and to every person you talk to, we're all fucked.
See, I've been telling you, ham radio. We could be doing this show by ham radio.
It'd be interesting to set up slabs over ham radio, though. But I would put one receiver near my goddamn speakers.
It's gonna be only the off-the-grid ham radio hobbyists are going to be able to communicate. Welcome to the real world.
I think that's Ham and Beans and Luna. That's it.
They got their little hand crank generators. You know the kind I mean.
I have a radio that does that.
So do I. I've got one of them emergency radios where you're on the side. Yeah.
It's got a little flashlight on the front.
Uh-huh.
That's shit worth having.
It is, but that flashlight sucks, man. You can crank that fucking thing and just nothing. And the light stays on for like 20 seconds and then starts to dim, and it's like, oh, come on.
My aunt,
ham and beans radio. Nice.
That's good. My aunt, before she died, one of the last purchases she made was that. Oh, that's a little hot in the biscuit. Hold on, let me turn that down. Sorry about that, guys. One of the last things she bought was that flashlight with all the copper coiled in it with the magnet that you had to shake the fuck out of.
I thought you were talking about the regular. What? Yeah, I've got the shake weight flashlight. That thing sucks.
It was so bad. And I thought this was the coolest thing. And I'd be holding it over my head, shaking it and around like a Macarena. And I would turn it on and it would go on for like a minute and it would just shut off. I'm like, how the fuck is this going to save us?
There's way more efficient ways to turn mechanical energy into electrical impulse. And there has to be. A bicycle with a chain that's hooked up to a generator. Tell your girlfriend hop on while you start ham radioing.
I'll take a hamster at this point with one of them fucking electrical wheels. It's something other than that. Macarena's a Dan, shut up. I said like
Macarena. But then the jerk it flashlight? Yeah, it's got to be something better.
I refuse to believe we have evolved backwards to the point that we can't generate electricity without a goddamn microchip involved. Somebody should donate 777 and Sin yells Awoo in a high-pitched voice. I can't do high-pitched voices that well, but I'm more than happy to try. Reminds me of an MTV sketch.
Seth Starkey, Maraca, Macarena is a dance. No, I don't know which one he meant. I really thought he was talking about doing the Macarena with the shake weight light.
Hey, Macarena. Oh, shake it to the beat. Yeah, you fucked me up on that one. I was about to go off on another tangent, but I forgot.
I really don't know which one you meant, and you would be able to convince me one way or the other. I'm actually legitimately, Schrodinger's maraca on it.
It doesn't matter. Both work. Both are equally valid in the shake weight flashlight.
Did I ever tell you my money maracas story?
No, but I'm listening.
If I ever won the lottery, I would make money. I would make money maracas. I would paint them all black and then use gold paint. With the metallic,
like the Goldschlager stuff.
Not so much like gold foil, but like metallic base. Like I've got it everyone has it for model mini painting, like when you're painting swords or guns or whatever, and it gives a metallic sheen to it. Metallic paint, it's awesome. So with metallic gold paint, I would paint 2 big dollar signs, like one on each maraca, and I would
fucking bag of money somebody stole.
Right, exactly. Like the old time cartoon thief bag of money that you just ran out of the bank with, because that's how they keep it in the vault.
I love it.
So I'd have the black maracas with the gold dollar signs on them, and I would keep them up on the wall like a crossed pair of swords. You know, they would be like behind me, behind my tall back chair at my desk. And people would say, what are those? I say, they're the money maracas. And every year on the anniversary date of me winning the lottery, I would take them off the wall and do the money dance all day long in front of everyone I know. And everyone asks, well, what's the money dance? I'm like, it's nothing other than being obnoxious. And you shake the maracas in someone's face going, you know, I'm in the money. I'm in the money.
Gold nuggets in there for the rattlers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen the guys on YouTube, they'll spin the maracas on their fingers. I'd learn how to do that. And it would just, I said that for a while. People like, you would be the most obnoxious millionaire ever. And I'm like, yeah, I would. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be generous. I'd give money to charity like a motherfucker. I don't really have expensive taste, but the money maracas are a must.
Oh. Do you still have the, the feed I'm sharing?
Yeah, I got the electric black hole UFO Capitol building destruction. Yes.
All right, my Chrome just blinked out. I fucked up and I opened up a YouTube tab because I'm looking for something very specific from Dragon Ball that I don't think anybody will get the reference to unless I show them. So this is what Polly's going to be doing. He's going to be dancing around like this with his money maracas. He's just going to be dancing around like that with his money maracas.
That is shockingly like what I envisioned. Yes.
Immediately where my mind went. I knew no one would be like, hey, it's like when old Kai was trying to unlock Gohan's powers and he was doing the dance around him for 30 hours. Nobody would have got that, so I just had to pull the video.
How many moons does that planet have?
A few. It's the planet of the Kais. It's where all the gods live.
Oh.
Anyway, I feel like we've gone off the rails, but yes to the money maraca gimmick. I am here for it.
There's nothing wrong with being a little ostentatious.
It's okay. You're a lottery winner. You're allowed to be. Just like I'm trying to napalm the Fed. And Polly has his Streamlabs down below, too. I don't know if he has a goal with his money, but I'm trying to buy pizza later. So, guys, smash that like button, share it out on your social medias, etc., etc. You know the drill. All the things. One McKinley package, blah, blah, blah.
It's a short month this month. I'm trying to buy shelter.
Yeah, that's true, too. Gangster Sam Bankman-Fried, pictured in jail, poses alongside blood members who call him weird as shit. We have the picture. It looks like he needs sandwich. But I love that they called him weird as shit. A shaggy-haired and bearded Sam Bankman-Fried was pictured alongside former Blood gang members in his first jailhouse photo. G-Lock told Fong the photo was taken at the Metropolitan Detention Center in December, 6 weeks after he was found guilty, blah, blah, blah. Bankman-Fried, who remains in the Brooklyn jail awaiting sentencing on March 28th, was seen wearing an oversized t-shirt and gym shorts alongside G-Lock, who told Fong that the 31-year-old former billionaire is a good guy. Weird as shit, can be strange, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, and his creepy fucking girlfriend. Of course she walked free. Look who her father is. You want to read nepotism into something. Wide open over there.
Yeah, who was her dad again? Who's the fucking...
He is a senior lawyer with the FTC, I believe.
Yeah, he was connected somewhere in the Fed.
Yeah, not the Fed, but with the Feds, yes.
He was with the Fed, yeah, plural, Feds. He was with the Feds. Oh, dude, I completely forgot about this. I had a very interesting experience today. I went and got my haircut, because it's haircut time. And I've had the same stylist for my hair. I've been seeing the same girl for longer than I've been with Shelly. And she's like, hey, I moved to a different place. It's over here. You got to come here. I go, okay. And I go,
you have a female barber?
Oh, yeah. She's been cutting my hair for 8-9 years now.
Okay.
And she goes, I'm over here. You got to come here. Sorry, good.
I don't know. Like, all right, go on. Is she a barber or is she like a stylist? Like,
she's a barber.
Okay.
She only does men's hair. She's fantastic.
Does she shave?
Yeah.
You, I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
I get the neck shave every time. I almost go just for that. Anyway. I go to this place. They had a bar in the salon. Like, stocked with liquor. You're like, here is our lounge. If you are waiting, you can just pour yourself a drink. We have mixers over here. We have a fridge with beer in it. And I walked over. I'm like, hey, bitch, I think this place is too fancy for me. I don't think I can get my hair cut here.
Who did you say, hey, bitch, to?
My stylist.
What?
Like, bitch, I don't think I can be here. I don't think
I'm
I'm
saying,
allowed
hey,
to be
bitch,
here.
to somebody who's holding a knife to my fucking neck, literally. What the hell?
And I was like, I don't think I can fucking be here. This is way too fancy. This like Knob Creek over. Like, that's good liquor. Ain't it? I could just go pour it. I could just pour it directly in my mouth. She goes,
holy shit, I've got a fucking half bottle of Knob Creek I hid. Sorry.
Does she have your number? It sounds a bit sus. We're Facebook friends.
Hey, since before he started seeing Shelly, he said, it's fine, all right?
Yeah, so my stylist is grandfathered in. But I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed to be
what is
here.
it with you and elderly sex? Stop referencing elderly sex.
I can promise you, she is a lovely woman, but not anywhere up my alley in that direction. But I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed to be here. Y'all got Knob Creek just sitting out, and I could just go pour it? And she goes, yeah, why didn't you? I'm like, because you can't just tell me it's an open bar. Like, I know how that starts. And she goes, what? It's 10 a.m.
50% fucking, 100 proof Knob Creek. Step back.
Like, I cannot start my day with this and then have a productive day thereafter. If I start this now, I'm going to end up going to the bar where my brother would be. Only Shelly is allowed up Snoot's alley. I mean, she is definitely up the alley. But yeah, it's an open bar, a beer fridge. They had a giant LCD TV. The chairs, how much was the haircut? Dude, it was like $35. And she does an incredible job with my hair. Absolutely incredible.
For $35, she better.
Oh, yeah. And I've been seeing this girl forever. Started at Lady Jane's, went to a different spot, And I've gone to every spot she's been at because she's the only one I like doing my hair. She does it perfectly. I got home and Shelly's like, oh, she did so good. Your grays are really showing now.
I need about Treefiddy.
Shut up. What the fuck's... Why would you say that? Honestly, being weird is the best defense that fucking nerd could have. That's true. That's not bad, really. No, and it was an actual salon, quote unquote, for men. So it was pretty good. They had like a membership
salon
fee
for men.
Yeah, they offered pedicures and manicures and all that. I was like,
pedicures.
Just a haircut. I just need a haircut. She's like, do you want the beard trim too? I'm like, nah, I'll take care of that.
Listen, I go to a barber shop. They've got the candy cane spindly pole out in front. Okay, a barber. And there's not a pedicure on site. It's a barber.
Oh, no, this place did the whole nine. I'm like, Name, I am so happy for you. You have been working so fucking hard. And I don't really have the cash, but this was a huge win for her, and she's been going through the shit. So I gave her a really fucking good tip. Like, congratulations, you have earned this shit. And she does a great haircut every time. I'm like, fuck yeah, here. You've earned this. God bless you. Anyway.
You ever been to a black barbershop?
No.
No?
Nope.
They are easily some of the loudest places I've ever been in my life.
I would imagine so.
I mean, if you want guys that know that they got their clipper game straight, you've got to go to a black barbershop. But I'll tell you the secret. This isn't racist. It's just true. If you want to like get in without waiting and not have to like, put some money in line, like, oh, here, I'm going to drop a 20 early. So it's like, I'm reserved and whatnot. Just
get a weird mustache.
Just go there before noon. There's no one there. It's not. It's just an observation. Okay, just show up before noon. It's just not a soul in sight.
Dude, that's fucked up. We had to go through probate, and we had to go through probate everything after Mom died, and my brother's like, when do you want to go down there? Because he was the executor, but I helped him with everything, the paperwork, the phone calling, all that. And I'm like, we should.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Ham and Bean said, well, it was a nice show. Just wait till I finish this sentence and you will agree more than ever. Like, we got to go to the Cleveland courthouse. We have to go down to the courthouse. So we should probably go when they open. Judging by the usual clientele down there, we'll be good. That demographic doesn't wake up for at least 4 hours. And he started crying, laughing. Like, we'll get front parking. It's just going to be the lawyers there. We'll be able to go right in. Everyone else is going to be late.
It's just going to be the lawyers. Kimberly, thank you for
Casual
the
racism is the best.
Thank you for the 350. I know UPS drivers that wrote off their pedicures as work-related expenses. Don't rule it out.
Dude, that's what I do. I keep all my receipts throughout the year, anything remotely work-related, and I give it to Steve. And I go, I'll talk to you in a week, buddy.
Steve Dave?
My tax guy.
Oh.
I'll talk to you in a little bit.
You get Steve Dave to do your taxes?
Dude, he's a genius.
Why didn't I know about this until now? Well, good time of year to know.
Yeah.
Steve Dave, we got to talk, man. I got,
We're three.
I had a Picasso stolen from my truck. I got to,
We are 3 on the Awoo train. We are well into the news. Polly and I are just kicking back, chatting. Make sure to support all the hosts down below like Valine just did. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Alleged Kansas City parade shooter family sets up a GoFundMe, but it's not for the victims. They set up a GoFundMe for the shooter.
I didn't read the headline. I thought it was going to be, or the subline even. I thought it was going to be for them, for the family of the shooter, because now that, he's gone from their life, they.
And it was a fundraising page for the 23-year-old who was arrested on February 14th. Jesus Christ. This is some bold and daring shit.
Well, I mean, he's a member of a marginalized community that was misunderstood through his cultural expression with firearms.
Well, when somebody's staring at you, that is really the only way you can express yourself in return.
Yeah. Do you expect white people to understand this?
No, this is beyond our comprehension, honestly. This is a cultural thing that we are not privy to.
It's okay. Joe Biden will probably have him up in the balcony for the State of the Union.
Obama will say,
he could have been my son.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to this show? What?
We're moving on to professional racism at this point.
Holy fuck. Blackout 8879, thank you for the $5 and the Trippy Nightmare Squid Cat. Speaking of a barber, I found a new barber shop. It's got an Indian motorcycle there in the lobby. I got a straight razor shave. I got a hot towel thing too. Polly, you were right. The hot towel is holy. It is.
Dude.
I defy you to sit there without feeling like you're going to get whacked. But yes, if the hot towel swirl treatment, whatever you want to call it.
That is heavenly.
One of my friends got the
If you're about to say what I think you're going to say, I'm going to lose my shit.
Probably not. It's pretty benign what I was about to say, man. He got this little device that, like, so you know that you get yourself a can of shaving cream, and it's got the little spray top on it, and like whether it's a can of spray paint or shaving cream, whatever, you can pull that cap off, and it's got the same little universal plastic nozzle at the top.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, right. So this little device, you plug it into the socket. Better have a ground fault interrupter circuit. It is near a sink. I complain about that because we looked at a house on Zillow like a couple of weeks ago on Noir Bar. Every bathroom, there were no ground fault interrupter circuits anywhere.
You have
like
to have those.
I know. It was like
that is
the
code.
house of death. It was incredible. There were electric sockets that clearly shouldn't have been there. They were halfway up the wall next to the bathtub. It was crazy town.
That's insane.
I know. It was clearly a house that somebody had done the electrical and carpentry work like on the sly,
Dude, GFI outlets are not hard to install. There's no
No,
reason
they're not
to
at all.
have those.
It's the same thing as a regular wall socket, man. It's just that you just screw it in the same way. It functions differently, Anyway, you plug that thing in the wall, and I've seen it, he showed it to me, it's got a little red light on it, and when it turns green, it's done, and that takes about 45 seconds. It's got a little heating element in it. So you just unplug it, and on the top of your can of shaving cream, and the shaving cream comes out warm and hot like it would in a classic barbershop.
Okay, that is not where I thought that was going. I thought you were going to say your friend got a towel warmer.
Is that a thing? A towel warmer?
How do you think they keep them warm?
I thought it was hot water, like from the tap, and they just put them in a little insulated box and kept them there.
No, they're
so like a ham box.
No, towel warmers are okay. Hold on. Why would the box keep? I have many questions with your thought process. So they just wet a towel and put it in a ham box, and it just kept it warm magically.
Where's Sin? I want you to stop and think about the sentence you just put together. And I want to know what happened to the dreams I had in life just a few years ago.
No, towel
It's a Friday afternoon, I'm listening to a man. You put a wet towel in a ham box? Like what?
Look, this shit makes sense, okay? You have to know the context, but it's here. No, towel warmers are absolutely a thing. And I looked into how much they were. You can get a regular towel one on Amazon for $80-something, or you could get a rack, not the country, one where you could put a bunch of little hand towels in it for like $40. And I'm not gonna lie, I sat there and I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's damn tempting. $40? Jesus Christ, I could have warm towels always, but only little hand towels. Like if you want your like bath towel, that's the $80 one. Like fuck, man, that is real tempting shit right there.
You ever feel ghetto ratchet? Like when the what's that device called? I'll have to ask my friend. I don't remember. The shaving cream warmer. I'm gonna have to ask him. You want to see this thing I got, man? Changed my life. Like he didn't tell me what it was. He just plugs it in the bathroom. I'm like, what is that? Like an extra circuit breaker protector? And he's like, no.
Jerry-rigged thing like that. The shaving cream is running through the grounding outlet.
And I'm like, cool, let me try. And I went, and like spritz the little dabble in my palm, and it was hot. Like I was like, that's cool, man. Wow, that's dope. That's pretty luxurious. I'd ask him, like, why don't you have like a shaving cream brush? Like, why aren't you spritzing it into a mug and then
like the badger hair brush, a proper one?
Yeah, the one that Drunko claims he uses, but I don't believe him.
Well, I'm not convinced he grows facial hair.
Well, he says he shaves with, like, he gets shaving cream powder, and he's got the mug and classic brush, and uses a straight razor. I don't know.
I've seen his face. I'm not convinced he has facial hair. He still looks like an 8-year-old to me.
Yeah, so maybe he owns these things. It's just he doesn't use them. Is the point?
Yeah, I think. But
when was the last time you leather strap going whoosh, 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 before he shaves? I find that hard to believe.
I can see it, but then I could see him just putting it down. Like he does the whole thing and he does the flourish and he's doing it. Then he just puts it down and goes and watches TV or whatever he does.
But I remember the first time I got accidentally upgraded to business class because they had overbooked regular and they, do you want to get bumped? And I was like, yes, to business class.
Of course.
Don't make it gross. And they came around with the hot towels like it was like an overnight flight.
Ooh,
you ever had that?
No.
Yeah, they must have your ham box towel warmer that you're talking about on the fucking plane. Because a lady came around with a fucking box full of fucking warm towels that were rolled up, and she had a pair of barbecue tongs.
Yeah,
and like a woman,
she did
like
rib tongs. First. They hand them out.
Yeah. She's like, here. Would you like one? And the person sitting beside me, I was to the window. They were in the aisle, and the guy must be used to business class because he's like, yes, and he just puts his hand out to receive his expected towel. And I'm like,
see, that's the thing is when you're in that situation, you don't know what to do. You have to follow context clues of everyone around you.
Yeah, and I'm like, we haven't had ribs. What do we need warm, wet towels for to wipe the sauce off our hands, right? I'm like,
I didn't need anything where I needed a bath. What's going on?
He takes his glasses off and so he goes, like rubbing his eyes with the towel. And I'm like,
dude, that's
and I'm still sitting there with a rolled up towel in my hand, looking around me for, like you said, for the context clues. Like, is everyone doing what he's doing? Is that, oh yeah, okay, it's just to wipe your face with. All right.
Yeah, you don't want to look like the odd guy out where you just put it around your neck. It's like, what's wrong with this? This guy's he's not business class. Let's kick his ass out of here.
He's clearly not one of us.
Oh fuck! But dude, it's little things like that. Like it's like $40. That's not terrible, but that's a good chunk of change. Should I? Can I? No. But it's always in the back of your mind, like maybe.
As towels go, as the perks that happen in first class, business class happen, the towels is nice. Like that's a nice, simple little piece of luxury. Very cool, especially on an overnight flight. The drink before the flight takes off? No. I mean, first things first, I brought liquor with me.
For a piss.
I got to get up. The seatbelt sign's on, sir. I just drank 4 airplane bottles of bourbon. I got to piss.
Dude, the first time Shelly and I went to Texas, we got there super early because we overshot how long we would think we'd have to be there. So we went and we got food in the lobby. You know, one of those in airplane terminals are lawless areas. 6 a.m.
Yeah.
You're either drinking coffee, bourbon, whatever. They're lawless.
Sure. So that's all-star hip hop waiting to happen.
It was like 7 a.m. We're drinking. I got a Bloody Mary. I figured that's a morning drink. And I had like 3 beers, a fucking bacon Western burger, and Miss Sin had like 4 mimosas, whatever. And our flight gets called. We were right across. So like, all right, let's go get on. I sit down, and the minute my ass hits the seat, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta piss. The seatbelt light ticks on. I'm like, shit. So we had to go through the whole thing. Is your captain speaking? Blah blah blah.
Sure, yeah.
It felt like 5 hours. It was probably 20 minutes in real time from the seatbelt light going on till we were at cruising speed. And it was to the point where I'm like, looking around, like, I'm going to fucking piss in my water bottle if I don't get, like, ma'am, I'm about to pee my pants. She goes, you have to wait a minute, sir. Dude, I jumped up and I would have bowled over old ladies and small children to get to the fucking bathroom. But it's like, as soon as that light clicks on, it is the most you've ever had to pee in your whole fucking life.
I remember when the first class flight that I was on later on, after the first one, and I went to the bathroom. This is when I walked out, one of the flight attendants said, what were you laughing about in there? Now, I don't think you should have to answer questions like that.
No.
If somebody inquires in terms of specifics about what you were doing in the bathroom, regardless of what it is, none of your business is the answer. It reminded me of an episode of Seinfeld when he got pushed up to first class and Elaine was stuck in like third class. And she sit next to somebody who brought all his luggage with him so he didn't have to fucking check any of it. She's being crushed, and Jerry's up there enjoying ice cream sundaes and whatnot. When he comes back from the bathroom, he's like, "Did you see the floral arrangement in there?" He says to the lady sitting beside him, and it's like, she's, "Oh yeah," and the flight attendant walks by when he says this and goes, "Oh yes, we work for you." He goes, "Did I smell lilac?" And she's like, "Yes, that's in there too." Well, so when I went to the bathroom, they had an actual flower arrangement in the bathroom, and
really?
you could see the purple lilac. So of course I started giggling like an idiot.
I went in the back bathroom because I think I was on the last seat of the plane, and the bathroom was so small I had to walk in sideways and then straighten out when I went in there. A Bloody Mary, 3 beers, and a bacon cheeseburger. A Western bacon cheeseburger with the onion rings and the barbecue sauce on top. It's like 4,000 calories, and that was my breakfast. I had the rest of the day.
Cold weather MRE right there.
Yeah, dude, I was in it to win it, baby. All right, we have a show to do. God damn it!
Oh yeah, that's right. We're in the middle. What is this, Noir Bar? Come on,
we Noir Bar for a minute there. Guys, do the liking and the sharing and the Streamlabs. We are about 5% to goal. Not bad. Knights of the Diamond Spoon sitting strong. Polly and all the thing. You guys know the drill. Does size matter? Age-old penis debate finally settled in a groundbreaking study. I'll give you the TLDR on this one. They didn't study dick size. They went about it a different way. They studied the toys women bought. And that was brilliant in my mind.
What's with the giant eggplant?
It's a wiener.
I get it, but it just...
They studied the average size. Yeah, they see Seinfeld.
Yeah.
They studied the average size of the toys women bought, and they figured out, no, women buy 4 to 6 inch toys. The average male size is 5 to 6 inches.
Yeah, those gargantuan, brutal dildos you see.
Like the ones I have on my shelf.
Yeah, women get paid a lot to become useless to a man.
I have talked to many an adult film star, and because I'm like, I ask these questions. I'm like, hey, does this shit just make your fucking? Does this not work anymore? And they go, no, we have to spend like 3 days beforehand preparing. And I was like, preparing? ? And she goes, yeah, stretching. And I go, all right, that's fine, thank you. I appreciate your time.
That's more than enough information. Whoa.
But yeah, no, it does not matter. Inside Sony's Madam Web collapse, a forgotten about new franchise. Have you heard about this movie at fucking all?
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a thing until I saw YMS's video. It grossed 17, I think, $1 million its opening weekend.
Yeah, it's it wasn't Mormon time.
No, it was Bad News Bears. This flopped. Oh no, there we go. 26.2 million. What
was the budget?
Opening week.
Opening week, not even weekend. Yeah. That's gonna count the middle of the day too.
It was a Sony Marvel film, so I don't know. I assume a lot.
The future is female.
Yeah. I'm going to let you rap on that for a second. I'm going to grab a beer. You want one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Madam Web bugs me. I mean, anyone who knows comics knows the character of Madam Web and the kind of character she is. And it's like, okay, let's just go into the Marvel pantheon of villains and people, and we're going to... I don't think there's anything wrong with reviving a character. They did it with Black Panther to great effect. But his character's the same. You know, King of Wakanda, Vibranium, etc., etc. But yeah, revive a character, fine. They recreated this character, made it stupid, and stuck with the fucking every character has to be female and whatnot. Didn't the Marvels teach you anything? And the answer is no. 80 million, Platty says. Hey, Platty. Yeah, actually, I've seen a bunch of people in chat. Platty and I saw Pear to Bear earlier, and I haven't seen Pear to Bear in a while. And then Alan came in, and then I was like, yeah, look at the oh, shit, everyone's here. 80 mil, Wikipedia says. Now, So I buy into things like, oh, the film cost $80 million, but they don't talk about the promotion, which is double the film's budget, because they never want to be honest about how much they spend, making you think that this movie's being talked about. It's not. It's artificial inflation. They're trying to make you think that there's hype around it because they're paying all their media assets to talk about it and put up posters for it, and et
I
cetera.
didn't see any promotion for this.
I did a little bit. You didn't see like trailers, nothing really.
No.
I don't know, maybe I know
I've
a bunch of
completely-
comic book nerds, and that's why it seemed that way.
I've completely absconded from television for the most part. So maybe I wouldn't have. But I didn't even see it on Twitter. You did make a good point, though, about Black Panther. That's because there was context for him existing. Like, they didn't drop the Black Panther movie as his intro to the MCU. He was in
Iron Man, not Iron Man, Captain America.
Yeah, he was in Captain America.
Yeah,
so there
he was there for the UN-esque conference about
Yeah.
the Registration Act. They were trying, yeah.
Ooh, I received a gift from Bryce.
Oh, Bryce is good people.
Be quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
Ooh, Ghost Recon Wildland. I have been looking for a new game. I see that's on your wish list. Good choice. Ooh, I've been looking for a new game. I've kind of gravitated away from Palworld. Thank you very much, Bryce. I'll give that a go tomorrow if I got time.
He's good people. Good taste.
Bryce
too.
is good people.
Yeah.
That was Alan for $5 to say sin. Alan, hello. Steve Dave for $1.69. Yeah, I'm late. Big whoop. People are late sometimes. What? No way. I've never seen a late person in the show ever.
Frankie Deller's right. Audible is better than TV. I agree.
Yeah. Like all of you aren't smashing the like button. Get a move on, asshats, or you're going to be late to this and all other AAAs permanently. A fate worse than death, dipshits.
Alan, thank you for the $5. Polly. Alan. And somewhere Drunkle just shivered.
You probably did.
Mm-hmm.
Palworld is a good game. Not much replayability to it yet, which isn't a bad thing. It was $25, $26, and I got 60-something hours of entertainment out of it. So, I mean, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Hold on one second. Look tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow. Spell that one.
I love you. Tomorrow.
I love you too, Polly. It
Well,
definitely worth it.
you
It-
maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Who's not gonna,
No, it is definitely worth it. I really enjoyed the game. My next thing besides that game I want to say, because I love a FPS game.
Okay, Sam,
I want to try
I know
to
you
save
hate when
up.
people do. What? Sorry,
Go
you're
ahead.
done.
No, go ahead.
I know you love when people do this, so I decided to do it to you. I sent you a meme and DMs that Bryce sent me. I've gotten mileage with this thing for laughs, man. Holy shit, people have found this hilarious.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Did you see what I sent you before?
Oh yeah, Mo. Yeah.
That's exactly why I don't answer your Discord calls, because
The chat totally knows what we're talking about. It's fine.
Oh, here, I'll pull it up. Polly will call me on Discord and I go, oh, shit, man. There's no 10-minute conversation with him. He's like, do you have a minute? 3.5 hours later, we're still talking. I was late, no, uncle? Nah, he's picking up some extra hours at work.
I didn't show him the one that Bryce sent me, the one I just sent
This
you.
is good.
People that aren't even nerds laughed at this one.
I'd be so mad.
Why did you put quarters back? You can see the little windows, right? It's like, that's where you put the cargo bays, you jackasses. What the
I like how the lights in the room are so bright, it defeats this 100-meter fucking LED light in front of him. It outshines it.
Yep.
But, okay. Yeah, skip this whole section. Another game might be worth looking into is Helldivers 2. I have not heard of that. The only other game I really want to play right now is God of War Ragnarok. But I am without a PlayStation at the moment. I had to sell it to deal with some stuff. Well, you guys know what happened. I don't need to get into it. But that is the next game I want to play. So I got to save up for a PlayStation and God of War, hopefully before it releases on Steam in 2026. So I've got like a 2-year window to save up for a thing. So that's not too bad. And Alan, hello. Texas. In Texas. A video shows a Girl Scout troop robbed while selling cookies at Walmart. You want to see the video?
I guess. What?
Here they're selling.
Was it like a snatch and grab of the Thin Mints? What happened?
Literally, yes.
Oh, no. Who robs Girl Scout? For charity, guys. What the hell?
Jeez. Dude, do people have no shame? Oh, I just resaw that 3D printed thing you sent me. This is fucking hilarious. I love this.
As if I wouldn't buy that for $5, man.
I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. It's like I never had the money to put anything on my pick rail ahead of the front receiver, because it's like, well, yeah, you can put thermals up there. I don't have money for thermals, but
I have money for this.
I got money for that shit. Yeah, it's
that is amazing. Was it a man? I think you know. A California substitute teacher reportedly forces class to see inappropriate images, leaving students in tears. Just not talking about that, I guess. But don't worry, because the National Multiple Sclerosis Society forced a 90-year-old volunteer to step down because she wasn't inclusive enough after she asked what pronouns are.
Yeah.
Fran had volunteered for 60 years, and her late husband had multiple sclerosis. They have not said a word about this.
Would you?
No. This was emailed. Dear Fran, I hope this email finds you well. We appreciate your dedication and contribution as a self-help group leader with our organization. As we discussed earlier during our phone conversation, after a thorough review of our guidelines and standards, it has come to our attention that, quote, there has been a failure to abide by our diversity, equity, and inclusion guidelines. During your time as a volunteer, unfortunately, based on the situation, we have made the difficult decision to have you step down from your volunteer position effective immediately.
Yeah, they can't fire a volunteer, so they step down.
Yeah. Thank you for understanding. Callie, Coomer, manager, community engagement, she, her.
Now, this isn't in defense of this organization. It's going to sound like it, but wait, there's more. You want to do a 501c3 and you want to have subsidies that charities have and federal funding and whatnot, you have to have DEI standards. And if somebody can demonstrate that you're not living up to DEI standards that are laid out very clearly, that will be the end of your relationship with the federal and possibly state government, maybe even municipality.
That's
right.
A wrap.
So it's like, so what? This is going to sound, it's worse than that. I'm not making an argument defense of what they did. I'm saying, no, it's worse than you think it is. If they want to remain solvent, like being like a charity that has money to be able to do things for people with MS and whatnot, to continue to get that federal money, they have to do this shit and get rid of
alcohol,
grannies volunteering.
Liquor, booze.
Remember the, I was like, year and a half ago, the CIA recruitment ad that was about gender and race inclusivity at the Central Intelligence Agency? Why? Because for every fiscal year, they have a recruitment budget that's all allocated to them. So does the military, etc. You wonder why all those ads, they didn't go woke. If they wanted their recruitment budget, they had to meet the federal DEI guidelines. Thank you, Biden administration.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you could not have any recruitment money this year. It was a standard set into it by the federal government. So yes, your federal government tax dollars hard at work pushing DEI woo-woo on you.
Yeah, it's... Go and grab that.
Nazi, thank you for the $2. I remember back in Boy Scouts, an alphabet tribe activist stole from my troop while we were selling popcorn after trying to scold us over BSA policy we weren't involved in.
The body is round.
Ooh, not enough to break the train. Good.
Just also, thank you, BlackRock. Yeah. BlackRock,
yes.
too. Yeah.
At this point, Deadpool really is the only hope and savior for the MCU. That line is second best fourth wall break in the Deadpool Wolverine trailer. I saw that. I am very much looking forward to that. It looks like it's going to be a good time. We need a tax strike. They can't arrest us all. They don't need to. They just need bullets. I think if there was a general tax strike, you would see drastic measures from the federal government, honestly.
You would, because it would... I hate the phrase government revenue. They're not generating a product. What are you talking about? Revenue is cash flow that happens from engagement in business. Mafia guys have a more legitimate claim to having legitimate revenue. Mm-hmm. At least they're offering, air quotes, protection. Yeah. In as much as if somebody else tries to get their percentage points from you, they're going to like step in. But at least that's something. What's the government going to do other than ultimately threaten you with a gun?
That's it.
So a general tax strike, they would, you would very quickly see the U.S. federal government go the direction that Trudeau did in Canada. Make examples out of truckers.
Yep.
You'd be declared domestic terrorists. And it's
like,
come on, how would you do that? Trudeau did it. You don't think there's allowances for FEMA? And I mean, FEMA's incompetent, but it doesn't matter. Under their mandate, they can declare a federal national emergency and do wild things. Like, freeze your bank accounts and lock you out and whatever. And it's like, did you want to play ball now? Or,
It is insanity. Anyway, we'll keep the black pill.
There's a better way to do it, and that's through voting. I know that sounds hokey and old school, but if everybody voted different, that would change everything. But good luck with that one.
But there is always that, straight line, 3 a.m. voting.
You can stuff the ballot box to a degree, but it's only possible to sway elections through fucking around when the election is close.
The fortification shit seemed pretty... we got to watch what we're saying here. So guys, you're gonna smash
also,
that like,
COVID-19.
Right? Yeah, and Ukraine.
Screw your scream right over.
That. But poly words, too. Why not? We had a couple of snatcher words of sprinkles. Sure.
Yeah.
If you guys want to help Nat at Palm the Fed and sharing the stream and liking it and all that stuff, we have... if you haven't seen the new Gorilla Train donation or Gorilla Train GIF where the Awoo train is, it is S tier. So speaking of people who don't get prosecuted, Alphabet Mafia, this is a Alphabet person at a protest, bull charging into people and getting off stage. It's an awfully wide back for a gal.
I love life. What are they? A bunch of abortion protesters?
That doesn't matter.
I don't know. I just think there's something funny about man dressed as a woman attacking abortion protesters. I'm not sure what the joke is, but there's one there somewhere.
It's in there. You gotta search for it, but it's in there. It's in there somewhere. But so Boris Johnson went after Tucker Carlson. This is completely unrelated, but Boris Johnson went after Tucker Carlson, and Tucker said, "Hey, why don't you come on and defend your stupid ideas to me? We could sit down and have a conversation." Boris Johnson said, "I'll do it if you give me $1 million."
So I'm over in Moscow. I'm waiting to do this interview. It gets out that we're doing it. And I'm immediately denounced by this guy called Boris Johnson, who was for a short time the Prime Minister of Great Britain. And Boris Johnson calls me a tool of the Kremlin or something. And I'm thinking, well, that's his name's not actually Boris, as I'm sure you know. His name is Alex Johnson. He called himself Boris in high school. So the guy who calls himself Boris is accusing me of having, so I was annoyed. So I put in a request for an interview with Boris Johnson, as I have many times, because he's constantly denouncing me as a tool of the Kremlin. He says no. So I'm thinking about saying, I'm getting more annoyed. So I know a lot of people who know Boris Johnson. So I reach out to them. Finally, one of his advisors gets back to me and says, he will talk to you, but it's going to cost you $1 million. He wants $1 million.
What?
In US dollars, gold, or Bitcoin. No, this just happened yesterday or 2 days ago. And I'm like, he wants $1 million. Yeah. And then he will talk to you about Ukraine. He will explain his position on Ukraine and explain what. So he attacks me without explaining how I'm wrong, of course, or how he's right. This is, by the way, the guy who single-handedly, at the request of the U.S. government, stopped the peace deal in Ukraine 1.5 years ago and is, I think, for that reason, responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. He won't explain any of that to me in an interview until I pay him $1 million. And I said to the guy,
That is fucking crazy. But I mean, if you throw in the offer out there, Tucker, I'll do an interview with you for $100,000. It's 1/10 the price, and I'll give you a much better interview. What a smug fucking asshole. I won't go on the largest internet news show unless you pay me $1 million. He had to have been doing the Dr. Evil Pinky. $1 million.
When did this happen? Like this, Tucker saying this right here.
Like within the last week.
Okay. It's like, was it an attempt at a reference to the John Oliver thing? I don't know. I'm trying to make some sense out of it. I'm just trying to understand.
I don't think there is sense to be made here. I think he just wanted to lie in his pockets a little bit.
I haven't seen Glenn Beck in so long that I was like, who the fuck is he talking to? Like,
He
Tucker
looks like-
talking to it.
Glenn Beck looks like he ate 2 other Glenn Becks.
He's budding. There will be more Becks shortly.
Yeah, he got a little beefy. He's bulking.
I don't mind his hanging microphone. That's hey, cool.
That's old school for sure. But
you guys and your fancy SM7s I can't afford, you bastards.
You've got a Shure, don't you?
Yeah, I got the budget Shure. Yeah.
Someone fed.
Donate generously. I sound like crap, and there's a reason.
Someone fed him after midnight. He looks like that chicken that got electrocuted on the fence. Have you seen that?
Yes. Yeah. Look how wow. It's like his collar's. It looks like his collar's too tight, and it's causing his neck fat to jowl out, but it's not. He's just fat. And that jacket, bro. That jacket was for you 5 years ago. Look how tight it is on him.
Yeah, that's.
Wait a minute. Is that a corduroy sport coat?
No, I think that's pinstripe.
Is it? Okay. I can't quite see. He's in a very dark room and somebody fed him after midnight. You have to wonder if someone turned a spotlight on. He'd be like, bright light.
Someone flicked water at him. Oh, he looks retired.
Nice talkie punch.
He looks retired. He looks like when Michael
the
Myers
Blaze is
wore
still
the
doing
fat
amazing, and
mask.
I don't understand how. Like, what assets, personalities, shows does the Blaze? I'm actually asking, what do they have that keeps them up? Because they're doing amazing. My question is how? What do they got? I don't even.
I think Noir is still with them, isn't he?
Who?
Colin Noir.
Oh, Colin Noir
Yeah.
was what I didn't know he was ever
Wasn't
with
he?
them. Was he?
Maybe I'm trying. Hold on.
My experience with Colin Noir is by his YouTube channel.
I know he was hooked up with somebody for a little bit. Blaze Media.
Well, he was the NRA, not spokesman. Yeah, one of their media people. I forget what they particularly called him for a while, but that was a while ago.
Oh, they don't have radio, maybe.
Yeah, because you might think
Pat Gray, Glenn Beck,
is a
Steve
good idea,
Dance,
but
Blaze Podcast, Pat Gray.
you'd learn to
Blaze
walk with your
Podcast.
arms straight. You couldn't hear the vzz, 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 with your arms going back and forth. It'd drive you nuts, man. Create extra underarm friction. You need to, double
Light a
anti-perspirant
cigarette.
just to stop you. Yeah, it'd be like a static electricity machine.
Why doesn't it say who the hosts are?
Yeah, because it's not a show, The Blaze, right? It's a network of people, I believe.
Yeah.
Again,
They got
I
Dave
don't know.
Rubin, Glenn Beck.
Dave Rubin, no shit.
Yeah, the Rubin reports on.
I mean, I
that.
realize Dave Rubin isn't everyone's cup of tea. Fine, that's cool. But it's he does actually have a big audience, and he co-founded Locals, so he's not a complete idiot.
He's fine. Normal. Oh, they have Normal World on there with Dave Landau. They have Alex Stein on there. Jason Whitlock. Oh, there's some people on there. Sarah Gonzalez. Mark Levin. That's not too bad.
Oh, Mark Levin. Yeah, okay,
The
he's got a
Robertsons are
following.
on there.
Yeah, Mark Levin's definitely got a fucking
They
following.
got some people on there, yeah.
Alex Stein. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and Molly O'Carey brought up, Crowder leaving, and it's like, I'm sure getting Crowder off of your network is a huge relief. It's like kicking off your dress shoes when you've been wearing them all day. It's like, oh, I didn't realize how uncomfortable I was until now.
Oh yeah. The one thing, and let me pull it up here. I will grab that in just a moment. The one that I've never seen anybody talk about, but I fucking love, is Compound Media. Compound Media is great. Anthony Cumia, Gavin McGinnis, Chrissy Mayer. It's like $8 a month, dude. It is phenomenal. It is well worth the money. Called Sarah Gonzalez is amazing. Base Latina MILF. I do love a Latina MILF. That's a fact.
What?
Four.
Fuck! I had a thought. It got up and walked out of the room. Never mind.
I love Gavin McGinnis. Is such a guilty pleasure of mine. I could listen to that dude talk about anything for hours.
Really?
Yeah, I find him so incredibly entertaining.
It's a matter of taste. It's like, some people like green peppers. I personally hate them. I can't listen to Gavin McGinnis. He just drives me up a wall. It's not what he's saying. It's just him. I can't put my finger on it.
I understand, yeah. He's got a very unique way of talking and doing stuff. I like McGinnis, so. And I love Anthony Cumia. Dude is hilarious. New York Amazon driver. Oh, wait, I don't have it pulled up here. Whoops. We are 4 on the Awoo train, just over 10%. A New York Amazon driver charged with assault after fending off a drunk, naked migrant's attack.
What? Well, if we don't need to go any further, there's the story right there. Okay.
Well, we can't because Fox News is now pay to read.
Yeah. I mean,
But
you know what I was saying? Like, and other people pointed it out, but I don't ever want to let it go. Migrant? Fox News too. Us too. We call them migrants. They were successful in their campaign. I mean, they meaning media and activists and everybody else. We don't want you to call them illegal aliens. We don't want you to call them illegal immigrants. We want you to call them migrants. We're going to soften the language right out to you. It's fine.
Repeat that. Amazon driver charged. Well, I read the story elsewhere, but this was the headline I grabbed. Amazon driver charged with assault after fending off a drunk, nude, migrant, illegal immigrant's attack. So a naked, drunk, illegal immigrant attacked an Amazon driver. He fought back. They charged him with assault.
Do we go with the headline on screen and call them lewd migrants from now on?
Like that's just not illegal immigrants, nothing, just lewd migrants.
Yeah, lewd migrant. It's like they're being lewd, and it's like, well, they're not like naked or cavalier sexually or whatever, kind of lewdness. It's like, no, I mean lewd in terms of the law. They're being callous about the law, so they're lewd migrants. Fine.
I'll put that at a BA. I'll vote BA on that one.
Truck driver defends themselves and they get in trouble. If somebody had cold cocked that weirdo who decided to bull charge the crowd because like someone's running right at you and it's like fuck, and you're like just kind of swatted them out of the way and they tumbled and face planted the pavement. Oh, you'd be in big jail. Big jail.
Yeah. How dare you defend yourself? Right to jail. Right to jail right away. But speaking of, here's another scholar in future.
I thought that was a little radio-controlled car. That's why I went, hey, cool.
This is a whole-ass tow truck. A lewd migrant steals a state-owned truck, goes on an hour-long joyride in Maryland. The Nicaraguan citizen, Cesar Favlo, whatever, was arrested and sent to the hospital after being caught. Take a look at what his fun was. He's just having it up. Just hit that one real quick. Excuse me.
What? Okay. Yeah.
That one too. Just all of them. Why not?
Yeah.
You swerved into that guy. Oh, this is like an NPC driver in GTA. Okay, we're good. I'm just gonna park here. No, Flavio. Flavio, no. Oh, Christ. And they finally caught him, but they took him to the hospital.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Really, thank you for the 350. Did you see the update I sent you about the surprise stabbing? No, shit. I love updates about
surprise stabbing.
Yeah, remember it happened in Surprise, Arizona? Talked about on Wednesday. It was at a McDonald's, and they were like, but it absolutely reads like, as opposed to the planned stabbing, it was a surprise one.
Oh, I've got a debate for you there, Polly. Which movie do you like better? The Departed or Apocalypse Now?
Oh. Fuck, man.
I'm putting you on the spot here, but I need inquiring minds need to know.
Fuck, man. That's a good question.
It is. That's why I asked it.
Okay, I think that I can do this without being accused of equivocation because I've made this distinction before. There's your favorite and the best. Sometimes they're the same thing, but not always. The better film is Apocalypse Now, but between the two, my favorite is The Departed.
All right, that is the correct answer to both. I think The Departed is an overall better film, and I also like it more. All right, let's throw it to the
I don't know, man. Apocalypse Now is a serious fucking achievement in filmmaking, dude. I think it really is the better film. Don't we, like I said, preference personally? Oh yeah, I like The Departed more, but I don't know. Apocalypse Now is really something, man.
It is. It's a great film.
They managed to make a fat man who hadn't read the script look great.
All right, we'll throw it on a poll.
Coppola deserved the Academy Award for that alone.
Dude,
really? You're taking it to the audience? Okay.
I'm taking it to the audience. I need to know how that wasn't DiCaprio's Grammy or whatever, Oscar.
Scorsese.
No, Leonardo.
Oh, for Billy Costigan in The Departed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he was amazing.
You know, people criticize the shit out of him for that movie. Like, if you go online, you'll see it everywhere, that is, DiCaprio can only do two kinds of acting: yell acting or wooden straight face talking.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I argue bullshit too. And it's like his version of drama is just to yell. And I'm like, he was strung out on oxy thinking he was going to be killed any minute. Yeah, he was a little high strung. There's a reason he's yelling.
And Nicholson in The Departed, he plays Jack Nicholson in every movie, but he was phenomenal.
He deserved the Nicholson Award for best nickling ever. in The Departed. Yeah, he reached peak Nicholson.
That was fantastic.
The look of death that he gives Billy Costigan across the table, where it's like, do you know Lenin? Sure, he was the president after Lincoln. And he's holding a piece of lobster like midair. He was about to bite into it. He gives him like the look of death, like you fucking smart ass. And he says, no, John Lennon. He said, you give me a tuba and I'll get you something out of it. I think Billy Costigan says, well, to be honest, Mr. Costello, I'd like to get some fucking money out of it. And again, gives him this death stare. Watch that scene. I mean,
Dude,
you shit yourself just watching it. Yeah, great.
He was so good. A lot of people in the chat said I haven't seen either. Guys.
Well, you can have a hell of a weekend then.
That's your homework by Monday. Fuck, are you doing a Noir Bar tonight?
Yeah.
That's your homework by Noir Bar tonight, is to watch both movies. You should have enough time. They're both, what, maybe 2 hours each? You'll have enough time.
No. Departed's like 2 hours, 40 minutes, and Apocalypse Now's better part of 3, I think.
All right, so it's 6 hours. We end in 25 minutes. You start at 12:30. Actually, start the show at 1. You'll have enough time. You go fucking watch the movies. Anyway, no, I don't. In a sea of misinformation. Shut up. Illegal immigrant involved in death of LEO files suit against the county and the late officer's estate. So, the lewd immigrant was part of a cop's death, and he filed a suit against the county and the cop's estate. I am no lawyer. I'm a doctor, but you need a lawyer to file something like this, so somebody is funding this.
Don't forget how many ambulance chasers there are out there. I will work on the expectation of winning, because those lawyers pull 40% of what is realized out of the case.
He is filing the suit because he is saying that he is disabled. He does not speak English or Spanish. He speaks Mam, a Mayan language spoken by the indigenous people of Guatemala.
Oh, God. I make it sound more BIPOC. Fuck off.
Because that's what it is. This is a BIPOC thing. He couldn't understand what the cop was saying to him. Because when someone's pointing a gun at you saying, get on the fucking ground, the context clues are really wild. Like, you have no idea what a gun and yelling means. Like, I feel like if I was in Malaysia and some Malaysian cop was screaming at me, pointing a gun at me, I would understand what I am supposed to do. I don't speak a lick of Mandarin or whatever they speak over there, but I would understand.
I mean, let's be honest. We've watched enough footage of cops pointing guns at people, wanting them to get on the ground. We both speak English. All the cops speak English, and we can't understand a damn thing they're saying because we're all like,
your mic cut out perfectly right there. Yeah, no, we pick it context clues. We get what they're saying to us.
Yeah.
Well, I would understand that in any country. Drop me in fucking. I'm trying to think of an obscure African country. Drop me in Mozambique. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Angry man yelling with gun that's pointing at you and not trying to rob you. Clearly he wants to apprehend you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because otherwise, why haven't you been shot yet?
Yeah, Botswana, Burgess, I will get it. I will understand what means. Like, okay.
You shouldn't leave Botswana out of it. It's the one country worth living in Africa, man. It's just.
I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll be in Taiwan and I'll understand when they point that little BB gun. Jesus Christ, Zach.
Said Snarky, does reading Heart of Darkness count as watching Apocalypse Now? No, but you get a hell of a lot of credit for having read Heart of Darkness, man. That's a tough read and a cool book. But you should really, you should really watch Apocalypse Now if you read Heart of Darkness. It'll open it up that much more. And Buckhurt's vids. Have you seen Infernal Affairs? Oh yes, yeah, I have. The Departed's a remake of Infernal Affairs. Worth watching, Sin, if you haven't seen it. The original.
I will have to. Oh yeah, and the uniform. I didn't even think about the uniform. I just assumed it was somebody in like cargo shorts and a Hawaiian t-shirt. Like uniform is a pretty dead giveaway. I didn't even think about that. Infernal Affairs. Let me pull that up over here on my other monitor.
I love how news entertainers when they roll their R's to try and get Espanol when they're saying Rio de Janeiro, but they didn't have an accent moments ago. Have you ever noticed how they do that with Niger? All of a sudden it's Niger, and it's like, what accent did you just do? And it doesn't matter. They just want to get as far away from what you're thinking as they can. You know what I mean?
It's like the insane fucking change from Kiev to Kyiv. That happened in like the last 14 months.
And I won't play ball. It's Kiev.
It's always been Kiev. I don't care what Rachel Maddow says or Jake Tapper. It's been Kiev. It will always be Kiev. It's not 4 E's in a row. Fuck. Anyway, thousands of Texas Democrats signed a petition for Texas to leave the USA because of the immigration. So even Democrats in Texas are like, fuck this shit. It's never going to happen, but it's still interesting.
If Texas was like on the edge of like, yeah, we're leaving, I think that might be the kick in the ass I need to move to Texas right there.
You know?
Fuck it.
I don't know if you live in a state where Rita is a thing, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, she's no fun at all.
I've never had to pay Rita because state taxes are, at least here, you have to make over $250,000 to owe state taxes. But you still owe city taxes, and that still goes to Rita. So they go, well, you don't pay state taxes, but your city taxes are a little bit higher because you're under self-employment, and it all goes to Rita. So you're paying Rita. I haven't done my taxes yet this year. I am not looking forward to it.
Yeah, this to the point where I don't even want to talk about it. I'm sincerely worried about what's going to, okay, here's what you paid, and you held back all kinds of stuff expecting this. Well, guess what? It's more than, way more than that. It's like,
you have proper employment. This is what I do. So everything I make, I owe on.
Well, all the contract work that I do.
Yeah. That's the bulk of your shit, isn't it?
I go 40% is what I hold back.
That's
and
a good shout.
I usually end up paying somewhere between 38 and 45 on it.
Surprise, motherfucker. This is the missile guidance system, bitch. I'm about to show you why the U.S. doesn't have free healthcare.
True that. And yeah, that's roughly-ish.
Was that the first 10th of a note of Danger Zone that plays at the end of that?
Yes.
I heard it. I did.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker. This is the missile guidance system, bitch. I'm about to show you why the U.S. doesn't have free healthcare.
Yep. It's Danger Zone. Breaking news in your DMs, in case you didn't cover it. I see no breaking news from you, Miss Valine. Twitter DMs, mayhaps? I see nothing. Oh, there it is. I spoketh too soon. Ooh. Oh, damn. All right. U.S. jets intercept high-altitude balloon over Utah. They shot the bitch down. This one wasn't known about. This is some free healthcare shit. Whoa. And people are just hanging out watching this? Goddamn. You hear kids crying and shit? Go the fuck inside. Look at that. Wow.
Damn.
They're laughing and hanging out. What the fuck are you doing? It's not even full screen. My bad, guys. This is your U.S. free healthcare god. I like how you're yelling at the people oohing and awing. Yeah, I am. If there's fighter jets over your head shooting down balloons, you take the video through a window. I think you'll be all right.
I picture Shadowcat asked like, how long was that balloon there? As I picture for like the last 3-4 days, it's like, all right, here's what we're gonna do.
Long enough to float to Utah.
Yeah, we're gonna have we got another balloon, another one. Yeah, I was like, okay, let's give a whole bunch of money to the most well-off people in our country that totally don't deserve it, that took women's studies degrees, and then we'll shoot it down and we won't tell anybody that it's been there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You're floating on air currents and you're in Utah. You've been there for a minute. This just kind of sealed, because I have something in my Amazon cart, and I am really trying to get this before, because Cleveland is right in the path of the eclipse that's coming in a few weeks, and I'm really trying to get this shit for my camera. It is a 150 to 600 millimeter lens, but it's very expensive. 22% my camera.
Right, but I mean, what is so special about the lens? Like, what can it do that it's
super zoomed in, so I can capture the eclipse properly.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it had special lenses for astronomical photography, blah,
well,
blah, blah.
Yes, this would be it. It's a medium aperture, super zoom in lens. Yeah, there's an eclipse. Yeah, there's a lunar eclipse going right over Cleveland in a couple of weeks. And I really want to get this lens to capture the eclipse properly. It's 150 to 600 millimeter, 5 to 6.3 aperture lens, and I really want to fucking get this, but it's real expensive. So I'm gonna Sigma. It's a Sigma lens. Canon, the same lens from Canon would be like $2,000. This one's like $800. But I was just, the whole time I was watching this, I'm like, how much better of a picture would you have had if you had this really good fucking lens instead of your iPhone? But yeah, 22% off. It's normally $1,100. But yeah, if you get the Canon brand, you're spending at least $2,400. Sigma is solid, though. If anyone out there is into photography or doing any of that shit, my go-to lens for the photography I've been doing, like my side projects and the shit I'm working on until the end of April, I have a Sigma 18 to 35 1.5 aperture. Dude, it is a fucking great lens. Like, the same one from Canon was goddamn near double the price. It is phenomenal. Sigma makes some very good products. But yeah, I want to get that before the eclipse, so maybe I could take a video and a couple of decent pictures out of it. Use a mirror.
Yeah, it's not about home porn. It's eclipse.
No, you can't. No, you need a much shorter lens.
Well, I'm assuming that you're telling the truth.
You need the 18 to 35. And I know that for a reason. Anyway. First federal trial for a hate crime based on gender identity starts over killing of a trans woman. I thought we were in a genocide. What do you mean the first? What up, Fastonia? Sorry I'm late. Who killed Drunkle? Drunkle is working. He's caught up with work. As you can see, we have not had a single upgrade. So I forgot to shill that the whole show. I don't know why you made me think of it, but here we are. I bought a Canon once. I was pissed that I couldn't take down a spy balloon. Well, I'm not trying to take down spy balloons with it. I'm just trying to take photos of them. But yeah, I thought we were in a genocide. What do you mean the first federal trial for a hate crime based off killing a trans woman? Haven't you heard we're in a trans genocide, Polly?
Of course. 40% of them are being murdered, I say.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Secretary of State urged staffers to avoid problematic terms like manpower and mother and father. I don't even know what to do with this. Do you have anything? Because I'm fucking...
I know. I yeah.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Yeah. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken told the State Department employees to refrain from using gendered terms such as mother, father, and manpower in a recent internal memo. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Everything has a potential risk. The largest COVID-19 study to date finds a link between the and your heart and brain disorders.
The body is round.
I'll just let that sit there for a second. Check photography trending sites. A lot of people trade equipment when they buy new stuff or better items. It's how a lot of photography students get their equipment on the cheap. Now, I am very trepidatious about that because getting a used lens could end up costing you more in the long run, especially if you get something like that. If there's dust or something in the lens, you're going to be spending hundreds of dollars to go to a camera shop and have them take that apart. I don't even want to begin to think of how to do that, but I will keep an eye out. But the issue is, around here, I would like to do that as more of a deal at a shop or an in-person gimmick rather than shipping. I have nothing to trade. In my bag, I have 3 lenses for my camera. The one it came with, the one I bought, and the one Shelly's grandpa gave me. So I have nothing to trade. I have literally nothing to trade. So I would just be buying it cheap, and I'm worried about stuff like that. Cameras, computer parts, expensive electronic equipment. I am very iffy about getting secondhand or used because if there's an issue with it, it could cost you more with the used part and the repair if there's something wrong with it. So I will look into that, but
there aren't companies that do their entire credibility as a company is that they sell, secondary market refurbished items, i.e. their credibility relies that you're not getting a lens that's scratched or whatever the fuck.
Yes, there is a couple camera shops around here that do that, but with the Eclipse coming here, it's going to end up being similar to the same price.
Okay.
There's a place.
Worst time ever to try and buy.
Yeah, and literally buying it for that.
Yeah.
But it's something to look into. There's a shop over here called Pixel. It's a little bit west in Avon. And I think there's a DAWD camera somewhere. I could look into that, but at the end of it, you're probably better off getting a new one.
I try and tell people that about, yeah. I have this conversation with people about firearms. I ask, like, what I need. I would like to get a handgun. What should be the first one that I get?
Hey, boys! Look what I got here! Hey, where are the white women at?
I love it. It's so good. I think that's one of the oldest donations I have. Somebody ought to tell Drunkle to get his very own immigrant to do the work for him. I'm going to Texas or Arkansas, depending on the weather, for the solar eclipse. With my telescope, going to get some great pictures with it. Can we upgrade the chairman of the board? Indeed, and that's not a bad idea. The thing I'm worried about the most is the weather here. But Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I can't afford to travel. I can look into cleaning lenses with my background. I could probably help with any repair, assuming the lens isn't scratched. Dust or oil, I could probably teach you how to clean it. Okay, ham and beans, I'll take you up on that. I'm going to look into getting a secondary one, but that's still probably going to run like $600. That's if I can save the money by then, because I didn't know this was a thing until like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, we don't need to get into that now. Anyway, yeah. Potential risks. Oh shit, we got a truck. Hunter Biden's lawyer accused federal prosecutors of mistaking sawdust for cocaine.
Is that what they found in the White House?
The evidentiary photographs, it was cocaine. I don't mean Craigslist. There's specific consignment sites that are used by pros where students can get good equipment for cheap because it's a year or two old. Okay, if you... All right. I'm going to ask you to do a little legwork for me. Can you send me one or two of those sites? I'd appreciate it, Feline. It's sawdust. It's not coke. I'm not doing coke. It's sawdust. What do you mean?
Don't snort sawdust.
No,
cheese.
Don't do that.
That's a different story. Smoke the cheese.
You smoke the cheese.
Yeah.
And smoked cheese can be delicious, but...
Not from a crack pipe, though.
Yeah, I don't think the way he's doing it.
Yeah, you're supposed to impart smoke to the cheese, not try and smoke the cheese. No.
Yeah, that is the perfect way to put it. You are trying to combine smoke and cheese, not turn the cheese into smoke.
Exactly.
Biden on canceling student loans. The Supreme Court blocked it, but that doesn't stop me. That is literally what stops you, Biden. The Supreme Court is exactly what stops you. The Supreme Court said no, that is where you stop. Tens of millions of people were in literally... let me try that again. Tens of millions of people in debt were literally about to be canceled, their debts, but MAGA Republican friends in Congress, an elected official special interest stepped in and sued us, and the Supreme Court blocked it. But that didn't stop me. That's literally what stops you. That's why there's 3 branches of government. You are not the dictator. You cannot just forego.
They still hold this against Reagan. It's like Congress stopped you from supplying arms, and so you found another way to do it. You and Oliver North are all criminals. They're on Contra hearings. We're all about that. On and on it goes. The Congress had said no, and you found another way to go about doing it.
Hey,
it's like, that's
in stonks, gamers. Alright, no, just wait for my fucking time.
E to the dubs. It's Polydub.
Bitch, let me have it. I'm not savage. Why do you keep screaming, bro? Baby, it's a habit.
Thank you very much, Mastonia, for the $25. I thought I had a different donation plugged in there. Whoops. Hey, Polly, can you kindly remind Sin that the name of the state is Arkansas?
It is Arkansas.
And I did think of that when you said it, but you just piled right through it. I was like, that's Arkansas.
Sir, it's not Arkansas. It's Arkansas. I'm getting a phone call. Can you take over for 1 second, please?
Sure, I can. Shit. Sorry, Nazi.
I missed the call.
From 14 minutes ago. Thank you for the buck. It's always been Kiev, and it's the Ukraine, not Ukraine. Slavic Mexico needs to admit they're a lost country whose military is still mostly Soviet cast-offs. I think they need to sue for peace at this point. I did. At this point, for a good while now. Like, listen, the areas that Russia has functional control over, just let them have it because they're going to want to keep it. And you don't have the ability to force them out of there. Let's go. It's not about winning the war. Do you have the ability to force Russia back to its previous borders? No. Did you, Ukraine, Kyiv, have functional control over those outlying areas that they rolled into so easily? No, you didn't. They wanted to cede. So what the fuck? How could you possibly push Russia back with major American military involvement? And no, just no. I don't know how many more billions is going to be sunk into this thing. Reminds me of that Babylon Bee article. Biden is people are worried he's too deranged to be able to finish off his mission of destroying the country.
They think.
Let's just inflate the cash to the point where wheelbarrows full of money to buy a baguette,
Well, I'm glad you asked about how much money is going to be poured into it. Where do you think they get this money from, Polly?
Inflated cash subsidizing everybody else's money, and then international bonds.
Well, they get the principle of it from taxes, right?
Oh, that's government revenue. The principle of it is taxes, yes. Yeah.
And the reason the stream is called Money for Nothing, and the reason the stream goal is at Palm the Fed, starts here. East Palestine, Ohio. The residents living there are being taxed on Norfolk Southern's recovery money.
Okay.
So the residents of East Palestine are being taxed on the money given to Norfolk Southern for the train recovery.
Well, they must be just fine with that.
This is
that was a joke.
Insane.
Mm-hmm.
Whose
call was that?
I have nothing for this. IRS forms are reporting non-employment income being sent to Norfolk Southern, from Norfolk Southern to those who received financial aid supporting the train derailment. With a government like this, who needs enemies? Last week, my mom got a 1099 in the mail from Norfolk Southern.
This is how you gut a community. Like,
literally.
It's like when you're looking at, okay, this is like the inflation rate. This is what it costs to live here. Here's what my property taxes are. And now this on top of it, half of that is what it would cost me to move out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fucking sympathy in the world to the people who aren't in a position to be able to move, because they're the people that are going to be ground down to nothing.
I would just like to point out the 1862 donation down below. But yeah, they are being taxed by Norfolk Southern on the recovery money they received for Norfolk's derailment in this small rural community.
Right.
This is the craziest shit I have seen in a long time.
I gotta say, the craziest shit that I'd say, that's not as crazy as Biden brazenly saying they're not going to stop me after the Supreme Court canceled out his idea as being unconstitutional to student loan debt forgiveness.
I mean, it's up there.
I'm a doctoral student. It's an insane program that's retarded. I've been in grad school for way too long. Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's a retarded program that's unviable and can't work, and pay your fucking debts. Or take a degree that pays more. I mean, I do have a horse in this race, and Biden, you're fucked. You're buying votes, you decrepit old scumbag.
But there's more
no way
to
to run a railroad.
The stalled U.S. aid for Ukraine underscores the GOP shift. The GOP shift away from confronting Russia. So Republicans...
Damn MAGA Republicans.
Yeah, Republicans not wanting to just ship off retarded sums of money to Ukraine means they don't stand against Russia?
No, it's because they're trying to undermine democracy. That's what MAGA is all about.
Dude. Crap that.
Cult of Krill, thank you for the $3. All money is taxed, period. I got a $15,000 payout for being stop lost in the army. I wound up with about 8K of it. You know what? I agree, but I think it's worse than that. All money is triple taxed. You know what I mean? Compounding
tax
taxes.
When you make it, tax when you spend it, and tax on what you buy.
Yeah. And then tax when you bequeath it to somebody else.
Yeah.
the money's been taxed 4 times, and then it goes to your children or whoever your beneficiary is. And yeah, that's taxed too. Oh my God, you people suck. Oh, I won the lottery. Yeah, taxed. But the lottery was taxed when I bought the ticket.
They taxed the shit out of some lottery.
I mean, there was tax built into the ticket price, and then they tax the lottery on the state level, and then they tax you when they pay out the lottery. So fucking $15,000 turning into $8,000. Holy shit! Like I said, my contracts they end up paying out, and it's a combination of state and federal. Ends up being somewhere between 38 and 45%.
It is
so kind of around
impressive.
Half. It's like, you got to be fucking kidding me, right? It's like, no, it really is that bad.
It's impressive.
That reminds me, I forgot. That was like the 3rd time I've reminded myself. I have a new $10 donation, and I forgot to talk about it until the end of the show. So yeah, new $10 donation. Horrors beware.
Oh, pause. There we go. I don't think we've seen the Gorilla Regret over here yet. That's 2331. I'll count that as an upgrade. We have a couple articles left. The Federal Reserve, the thing we're trying to at Palm, has cautioned against cutting interest rates too soon or too much. They said cutting interest rates could send us into a tizzy if it declines significantly.
Who's that a quote from? A tizzy.
Well, that's me, but I'm paraphrasing.
Oh, okay. All right. She's okay. That's fine. Okay, you're just. But I don't know. This administration, I could see someone saying tizzy.
They're concerned about it moving too fast to cut rates that could allow inflation to rise after it's declined significantly.
The economy's better than it ever was. Inflation is at an all-time low. You wonder why public trust in institutions is eroded to nothing. It's not raining. Meanwhile, someone's holding an umbrella over the houseplant's head.
Dude, I cannot find the words to say what a federal gaslight this is. Well, it's actually bad if we cut interest rates, because money. So, as the title of the stream is, literally money for nothing. We're just going to keep interest high because no reason. And this is a quote from the article. Several Federal Reserve policymakers warned against cutting interest rates too soon or by too much in the wake of recent data showing inflation stayed unexpectedly high. If only there was a way to bring that down. It's crazy.
The best way possible to stimulate investment and business creation and growth is to keep interest rates high as fuck.
That's the only way.
Because low interest rates, people just hold on to their money.
But I do have a hell of a palate cleanser. Are you ready?
I hope you do.
I do, and I'm very happy with this. A 30-pound bunny rescued from a slaughterhouse is now a social media star. Look at this fat bastard. Look at this big motherfucker.
I want to see Big Butt Bunny.
Okay, it's Trump.
There
we go.
Trump.
Look at him.
Oh.
They got a little hat on him.
That's a capybara. What are you talking about, bunny?
Look at that guy. They put him in little things. He's a big motherfucker.
Look at him. He thinks he's people.
Look at him sitting there. Minding his own business, watching the game. Is there a name for this? I want to pull up. I thought there would be videos. Alex 30-pound bunny. Let me see if I can find a video, because I've seen a video of this guy riding around in one of those like children toy car things, those little tyke gimmicks.
Yeah, the Barbie dream cars, whatever.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, fuck yeah. Take a look at this.
Oh, one of them little things. Okay.
The name is Alex the Great. Look at him. That's a big boy.
Look at these. Okay, that's. I mean, look at him. Look at them ears. Look at these butterscotch brown too. What's not to like?
Oh fuck, he's so adorable.
And he likes the pets. Look at him.
I just want to turn him into a delicious stew. There he goes. He's like, I'm out, bitches. How fucking cute is that? Oh, and that's still that one. All right, you can consider yourself news.
I do feel newsed.
He's fluffy. He's so fluffy.
Oh man, I don't know. That was a great palate cleanser, but I'm still feeling the fucking dank black pilling, man. Holy shit.
Just focus on the fat bunny.
Yeah.
Just focus on the fat. They see me rolling. They hate it. All right. You have anything you want to show?
You know, rabbits are shockingly fast when they want to move. I want to see that 30-pound bunny move. Because it's like Lucky Pop-Tart says, they're either a statue or a blur. Yep.
Have you ever seen a turtle run?
Not that I know of.
Okay, hold on. I got
That's a lot of Hassenpfeffer. That's a nice Looney Tunes reference.
Hold on. I got you. Oh. Oop, oop. All right, here we go. Boop, boop.
That's cool.
Where's my Hassenpfeffer?
Look at this little shit fucking take off.
Big boy came out of the... Look at that.
All right. It's a big boy, all right.
It's a big-ass turtle.
Wow, that's fast.
Oh, shit. Look at him go.
Look at him go.
Okay.
He's got some
tortoise
giddy
my ass. But
he's like, oh, fuck, danger, 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 danger. They've got some fucking pick-me-up, man.
And you can see his little flipper feet just spinning.
Zach said that was wrong. Why don't they do that all the time? All right. We're capable as humans of running fast. Do you run fast all the time? Do you Nardero run everywhere? Exactly. All right. You got anything to show, Polly?
It makes you go faster, you know. Doing the Naruto arms.
No, Naruto. Did I say it wrong?
I have heard so many. I don't know anymore. People have fucked around on the internet for so long, and people I know like Zelthor and Inquisitor, and I don't know what it is, honestly.
I know it's the name of a character, but I don't know the name of the character, so I can't really.
No, Naruto is the name of the show.
Isn't that the name of the character?
Yeah, where they do the ninja finger weaving and the yeah.
I'll have to see what shows what I know.
What the hell?
What?
Well, you're supposed to be the Animu guy.
I know Berserk, Dragon Ball, High School DxD, and Cowboy Bebop. Those are the only animes. Oh, and Attack on Titan. I've watched those. That's it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to show? Am I gonna have to just volleyball this question
Norbar.
up?
It's going on later on tonight, 12:30 a.m. Eastern. This is going to be a blast. We're there. It's awesome. It's fun. Yay!
It is all of these things.
Mm-hmm. There's the linkages.
Oh yay! I have a video going up on the Sin and Sash channel. It's a highlight because Big Cherry has not deemed to upload in the past 5 days. So go ahead and check that out at your leisure. But forgetting all that, we will see you guys Monday on the Drunken Uncle channel.
Furniture's right. Ghost in the Shell. Best anime of all time.
I have not seen it, but I will put it on the list. I'm going to watch Boardwalk Empire next. I think that's going to be my next show.
Okay, enjoy it, but keep your expectations measured and you'll enjoy it more. You see what I'm saying?
See, that's an interesting response because literally everybody I've talked to about the show said it's amazing.
See, that's what I don't want you going in thinking. Like, it's okay. It's well written. The fourth season probably shouldn't have been done, but they still managed to make it work. It's worth your time. It doesn't have a high rewatch value. That's my call. So, like, is it bad? No, not at all. It's worth watching. Also enjoy the modern politics being rammed up the ass of a previous era that they don't fit in. The Republicans are evil. What are you talking about? It's New York politics. It's Tammany Hall running everything. The Democrats were and still are the hyper-corrupt party of New York. What the fuck are you talking about? It's very clear. Women's rights, left, right, and center. It's on and on and on. So yeah, enjoy that.
Okay, I'm still gonna check.
But I mean, you got Steve Buscemi, and that's sweet.
That's a win in my book.
And he's not in it very much.
Oh.
But as I said, measured expectations. I think you're going to enjoy it. Going in thinking it's the greatest thing ever, you're going to find it disappointing.
I'm just going to go watch video essays on Better Call Saul. But guys, thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for an incredible show. We will see you Monday and later at Noir Bar. Guys, have a lovely evening and good night.